Have any advice for Jack, who might be coming up against Islam Makhachev next?
The advice, like, he has to work the straight body shots, because that takes away the intentions of the takedown. If he works with the straight body shots, he's gonna stop his intentions of the takedowns. And he's doing a great job at the striking. I like how he fights.
How do you think Islam does at welterweight?
Who knows? I heard he's not going to be any smaller than Jack come fight night. 55 to 70, that's a little bit different than 35 to 45, 45 to 55. But when your skill level is that high, as Islam's is, it'll be interesting if he goes in there, tries to shoot on Jack. Jack stuffs him and gets in his face. But Islam's striking is so underrated. Islam can put the hands on Jack.
Ilia Topuria offered tactical advice to Jack Della Maddalena on how to defeat Islam Makhachev. Topuria recommended that Della Maddalena should use street punches to the midsection to disrupt Makhachev's takedown attempts. He explained that these body shots could discourage Makhachev from shooting for a takedown. Topuria also expressed admiration for Della Maddalena's stand-up abilities and overall fighting style. In response, Makhachev is reportedly focusing on his dominant wrestling during his training camp to prepare for the upcoming class with Della Maddalena. Alexander Volkanovski shared his analysis on the upcoming fight between Jack Della Maddalena and Islam Makhachev. He believes that Della Maddalena's previous fight against Belal Muhammad was an excellent preparation for this contest, noting that Jack's ability to prevent takedowns in that match significantly boosted his confidence. Volkanovski is convinced that Della Maddalena's wrestling defense has improved to a point where he will be a challenge for even elite grapplers, making it difficult for them to take him down or control him.
Makhachev is going to be fighting Jack Della Maddalena. How do you think those two match up?
I think Jack's fight against Belal was a perfect fight for leading into that. Just purely, you take a lot out of stop and takedowns, because again, every fighter's still going to have little doubts that are going to creep in. You know, I'm sure Jack was going through that, being like, all right, like, worried about, what if he takes me down and all that. But the fact that he was able to stop it and feel so comfortable, I guarantee you he's leveled up again. His confidence in his takedowns has just went up significantly leading into this fight. I think his confidence is going to be at a whole nother level. So through camp, like, I guarantee you, if he's back in training right now, people trying to take him down are going to find it almost impossible. Only the top guys are going to have a chance of taking him down, and they're going to have a very hard time.
Philip Rowe also shared his perspective on the Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena fight, predicting that Della Maddalena would win. Rowe argued that Makhachev isn't properly built for the welterweight division despite his impressive reign as a champion. He believes that Della Maddalena has the ability to get back on his feet if taken down, and that Makhachev will struggle to withstand Della Maddalena's striking power. Rowe went on to predict that Della Maddalena would finish the fight before the final bell.
What's cracking, man? Chillin'. Hey, now listen, you're welterweight. You've been in the game a long time. Islam moving up to 170. Is he big enough for 170?
My personal opinion, I don't think he is. But he's a champ. We'll see when he's there. You know what I'm saying? He has a fight. He's fighting the champ. That's the best 170 in the world right now, right? So we'll see.
So you don't think he has the size, but how do you think he does in a fight versus JDM?
I personally think JDM beats him. I think JDM will be able to get up if he does take him down. I don't think he'll be able to take JDM shots. I think personally,
Islam Makhachev is preparing for his fight against Jack Della Maddalena by focusing on his dominant wrestling during his training camp. His training is centered on executing sharp takedowns, maintaining tight control, and making seamless transitions. The goal of this training is to neutralize Della Maddalena's striking and apply pressure early in the fight. Joe Rogan commented on Islam Makhachev's impressive physical attributes, noting that he is a large and imposing fighter. Rogan recalled being surprised in post-fight interviews that Makhachev was able to make the lightweight limit. He described Makhachev's build as broad, with a particularly developed back, highlighting how he uses his immense strength and leverage to control his opponents during grappling exchanges.
In the cage afterwards, I'm always like, how How?
Really?
How are you 155?
Yeah.
How?
I know.
How?
I know.
He's thick as fuck. He's got a giant back.
Yeah.
And when he gets a hold of guys, it's like he's just got this leverage, this grappling squeeze that I remember when he fought Drew Dober, and like when he got...
Joe Rogan noted the significant evolution of Islam Makhachev's striking skills, stating that he has become a threat everywhere in the cage. Rogan specifically mentioned Makhachev's surprising head kick knockout of Alexander Volkanovski. He said that if he had been advising Volkanovski, he would have strongly urged him to not take the fight on just a 10-day turnaround. Despite Volkanovski's passion for fighting and the financial incentives involved, Rogan considered the decision to be a dangerous and unpredictable one, given the high caliber of an opponent like Makhachev. When asked for his opinion on the high-stakes clash between Jack Della Maddalena and Islam Makhachev, Ilia Topuria displayed a characteristic and unwavering focus, bluntly stating that he had no interest in the outcome. In his view, the highly anticipated welterweight title fight was not something that occupied his thoughts or something he concerned himself with. This dismissive attitude, however, wasn't born of disrespect, but of a singular, almost tunnel-vision focus on his own monumental legacy. As a two-division champion, Topuria's mind is not on other fighters' matchups, but on his own unprecedented path to greatness. He has already set his sights on moving up yet another weight class to become a three-division champion, a feat that would solidify his place in the annals of MMA history. For a fighter with such ambitious goals, a single fight between two other contenders is simply a side note in the grander narrative he is writing for himself. His unconcerned stance is less a show of arrogance and more a testament to a champion completely consumed by his own mission.
How do you think Islam Makhachev will do at 170 when he fights Jack Della Maddalena?
I don't know. I don't care, to be honest. I never thought about that, so I don't know.
Islam Makhachev has expressed a strong desire to fight at Madison Square Garden. He revealed that this goal was discussed with Dana White and his management team during a meeting in Baku. For Makhachev, performing in such an iconic venue, which holds a storied history in both mixed martial arts and boxing, would be a deeply meaningful experience. He shared that fighting in the MSG arena has been a lifelong dream, and that fulfilling this aspiration, even just once in his career, would bring him immense satisfaction.
When do you think this fight happens? I know you. I saw this photo that Khabib posted with you and Hunter and Dana and everything. Did you guys talk business in Baku of when this?
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit, and we discussed. I asked Dana if there's some opportunity to fight in Madison Square Garden. It will be honor for me, fight in the biggest arena for MMA and boxing, it's for legendary arena, and I will be happy to have the opportunity to fight in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, you deserve it at least one time, Islam. I know this has been a dream. You've said this before.
Yeah.
And they have other champions they can fight in Abu Dhabi. They have Magomed Ankalaev now, so this is your chance.
Yeah.
In an analysis of the upcoming bout between Jack Della Maddalena and Islam Makhachev, Dustin Poirier predicted that the fight would be decided early, likely in the first or second round. He explained that the entire contest hinges on Islam's ability to implement his grappling game. If Makhachev can successfully secure a takedown, Poirier believes the fight will favor him heavily due to his dominant ground control. However, if Della Maddalena can defend the takedowns and keep the fight standing, his superior boxing and welterweight physicality could create significant problems for Makhachev. Poirier also pointed out that while Islam's striking may sometimes appear awkward, this is directly a result of his opponents being so focused on defending the takedown that they are unable to throw effective combinations of their own.
Do you think he beats Jack Della Maddalena?
I think we'll find out first, second round how much trouble he has getting him down. I think if he gets those takedowns, he's going to get the win. If Jack can stop those takedowns, which he does have good takedown defense, I think the boxing and the size could wear on Islam and give him some problems. But his striking's, awkward and different. You have to worry so much about the takedown. You can't plant your feet and throw off those number combinations and really rip and sit on your punches because he's going to change levels. So it changes the way you fight. Well, for me, it did. I'm speaking from experience. So we'll see how Jack approaches and how Jack executes out there. But if you're worried about takedowns, your shots are different. You're not sitting on everything and standing in front of the guy. You're trying to move and be light on your feet.
In a rare show of respect for an opponent, Islam Makhachev himself has publicly acknowledged this significant and legitimate challenge that Jack Della Maddalena presents. He admitted to having a hard fight ahead of him, a statement that speaks volumes coming from one of the most dominant champions in the sport. Makhachev revealed that he meticulously studied Della Maddalena's performance against Belal Muhammad, and he came away thoroughly impressed by the welterweight's growth. He specifically noted how Jack's wrestling was once considered a vulnerability in his earlier UFC fights, but has since evolved dramatically. Makhachev credits this improvement to Della Maddalena's dedicated work with experienced wrestlers and grapplers. He described Jack as a genuine champion with a dangerous skill set everywhere inside the cage, from his crisp boxing to his now solid takedown defense. Despite this respect, Makhachev believes the upcoming clash is not just a title fight, but a legacy-defining showdown that will reveal who truly deserves to be recognized as the world's best pound-for-pound fighter. He expects a decisive conclusion, believing that a fight of this magnitude will not go the distance, but end in a definitive statement.
He's going to be a hard fight for you. I know he said he wants to get one back for Alexander Volkanovski here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard fight. Honestly, it's gonna be. I saw his fight against Bilal. He's good, man. He's good. When he beginning fighting in UFC, he had a problem with the wrestling, but now he's improved because I see he training a lot with the wrestlers, with the grapplers, and that's why he's a champion right now, and he's good everywhere. But we will see who is the best fighter in the world.
Yeah,
very soon.
Yeah.
And it's going very good.
All signs point to UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden being a truly monumental event. We've heard from top analysts and even the fighters themselves, and the consensus is clear. This is a high-stakes, all-or-nothing matchup that likely won't see the final bell. Dustin Poirier believes the entire fight hinges on the first two rounds, a sentiment echoed by Islam Makhachev himself, who respects Della Maddalena's improvements in wrestling but remains confident in his ability to get a decisive finish. The question for every fan is simple. Will Jack Della Maddalena's elite-level boxing and physicality prove to be the puzzle that Makhachev cannot solve? Or will Islam's dominant grappling and sophisticated pressure be too much for the champion to handle? This isn't just a fight, it's a clash of styles and legacies that will determine who truly deserves to be called the best in the world. Now we want to hear from you. Who do you have winning at UFC 322, and how do you see the fight planning out? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth fight analysis.